The Dodgers lost last night in a game that seemed eerily 2018-ish. They got an impressive 5-inning outing out of Julio Urias, who shut the Giants' offense out and threw a few ridiculous pitches. Go to Brim's Twitter for gifs, they were good. However, the offense managed only 2 runs, both solo dongs, while the Giants beat up on Joe Kelly and Pedro Baez for a 4-2 victory. Those 4 runs were 1 fewer than they scored in 4 games in San Diego to begin the season. Today's a new day, and each team has their opening day starter on the hill on Game 2 of the series. CF Duggar 2B Hernandez 1B Belt 3B Turner 3B Longoria SS Siger C Posey CF Pollock SS Crawford RF Bellinger 2B Solarte LF Taylor LF Joe 1B Muncy RF Parra C Martin P Bumgarner LP Ryu L Yun Jin Ryu makes his second start of the season today after a solid outing last Thursday. Ryu allowed 1 run over 6 innings and struck out 8 while not walking a batter in his first start of the season. Diamondbacks struck on a solo home run in the 6th inning, which was the only time a batter got past second base against Ryu. Ryu saw the Giants 3 times in 2018. The first time, he allowed 2 runs over 5 2/3 innings, with both runs being scored on solo home runs in the 3rd. Ryu's next start against the Giants came in his return from a torn groin, and he allowed 3 hits over 6 shutout innings. In his final start of the regular season, Ryu allowed a run and 4 hits over 6 innings. His 3 strikeouts in that game was one of his fewest totals of the season, and his 2 walks in that game were the first 2 walks he allowed to Giants in 2018. Madison Bumgarner starts for the Giants today following a very good opening day outing. Bumgarner allowed 5 hits and struck out 9 Padres in 7 innings. However, he allowed a home run and an RBI single to Will Myers. Those 2 runs were 2 more than the Giants' offense could score off Eric Lauer. Bumgarner also lined out in the 3rd inning with an exit velocity of 106.1 mph, which was the hardest hit ball of the game by a Giant and their 2nd hardest hit ball of the series. Bumgarner tossed 6 innings in each of his 3 outings against the Dodgers last season and allowed 8 runs in 18 total innings. He only struck out 14 Dodgers in those 3 games, and the Dodgers won each of the 3 contests. Max Muncy starts against a lefty for the first time in 2019. He starts at first with David Freese getting the night off. Enrique Hernandez leads off against Bumgarner, and his utter ownage of Mad Bum is one of my favorite baseball things. In 40 plate appearances, Hernandez owns a .487, .500, .923 triple slash against Bumgarner with 4 dongs and 5 doubles. The Giants run out a similar lineup to last night, except Joe Panik sits and Yangervis Solarte moves to second. The Giants made a move today. Giants acquire of Kevin Pillar from Toronto in exchange for RHP Juan Dipale, if Alan Hansen and RHP Derek Law. Michael Reed designated for assignment to make room for Pillar on the roster. Andrew Begerle at extra bags. April 2, 2019. Kevin Pillar will be active today and is listed among the Giants' reserves on the lineup card. He easily becomes their best outfielder, and while his bat isn't great, he's known as a great defender. MLB Pipeline had Juan Dipale as the Giants' 19th-ranked prospect. Alan Hansen and Derek Law had each been DFA'd recently. Dave Roberts said Julio Urias is the first pitcher who will be bumped out of the starting rotation when Clayton Kershaw or Rich Hill returns. Matthew Moreno, at Moreno1015, April 2, 2019. Clayton Kershaw is scheduled to pitch 4 innings or 60 pitches Thursday for OKC. Rich Hill will throw a bullpen Saturday. Clayton Kershaw will start an opening day, as he'll start the first game of the OKC Dodgers season. When one of the 2 is ready to return, Urias will be out of the rotation. It makes sense to ease him back after a shoulder injury cost him more than a full year. Despite how promising he looked as his starter last night, the Dodgers announced their annual LGBT night. The Dodgers announced May 31st as their annual LGBT night. Co-owner Billie Jean King will throw the ceremonial first pitch. J.P. Hornstra, at J. Hornstra, April 3, 2019. Billie Jean King will throw out the first pitch before the Dodgers get their first look at Bryce Harper and the Phillies. Tonight's game will be on KTLA. This is one of 10 scheduled games that will be broadcast on TV for us non-Sportsnet havers.